More buses carrying migrants came into the city's Port Authority bus terminal this morning. Officials say the city's shelter system is now at a breaking point and is searching for new ways to house all these people. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that he sent migrants out of his state to cities like New York to bring attention to the crisis at the border.
In response to the growing number of migrants arriving here, Mayor Adams announced new humanitarian emergency response and relief centers. 2 centers will be opening in the coming weeks. Orchard Beach will serve adults, while a second location is still being finalized, and more could open as needed. Buses will arrive directly to the humanitarian centers and are set to offer shelter, food, legal aid, and more. Meantime, the Legal Aid Society says it does have concerns about families in congregate settings, but will work with the city to help asylum seekers.
And as these asylum seekers continue to arrive, we're also learning more about their struggles and what they're facing.
Yeah, Fox 5's Jessica Formoso spoke with a family from Venezuela who's been staying at a shelter in the Bronx for a few weeks.
No lo pongo de nuevo en riesgo.
Yunaida Pirela recalling the dangerous journey she, her husband Jose Manuel, and their son Victor Manuel made to get to the United States. On July 18th, the family decided they were going to leave Venezuela and come to America for a better life.
Un sueldo allá puede ser $12 al mes.
In Venezuela, a salary is $12 a month, flour is $5, a chicken is $10. So how can you support a family on that income? You can't. Everything there is just bad. It took them a month to get here. They crossed the jungle and a river. They spent days without food. They did it with a 5-year-old by their side.
Se ven cosas que no tienen tampoco nombre, pues no.
You see things you never want to see. Dead bodies laying there. We stepped on those dead bodies. We had no choice if we wanted to keep going. The family of 3 arrived in Texas on July 20th. Yunaida says she thought the worst was over, but it wasn't. While in Texas, they spent 6 days in a detention center. Their phones were taken away. They had no communication with anyone, not even with their family back at home.
Como si fuéramos unos animales. Yo lo veía de esa manera.
They treated us like animals, and they didn't care. I know we broke the law by crossing the border, but we shouldn't be treated like that. After being released 2 days later, they were put on a bus to New York City. They had no idea where they were going. It took them 3 days to get here. They had no food, no money. Once they arrived, they were taken to the PATH Intake Center, where they were put up in a hotel in the Bronx. They have been there since.
O sea, de verdad que nos sentimos como que
we are in limbo. We have no resources. We are thankful we have somewhere to sleep, but we are alone. We go out to get food and clothing from churches and local organizations. Awilda Cordero, founder of Emergency Rights in the Bronx, has been helping the family, a family who is trying to start a new life.
These are hotels that are actually getting money from the government now, from the city of New York, and getting paid to put all these families in there. And then they're not helping them. They're just putting them in there and then leaving them in limbo.
Her son is attending school here in the Bronx. Her husband is working a couple of days here and there. They hope to find full-time jobs so they can leave the shelter and rent their own apartment. In the Bronx, I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.